Okay, so you guys, let me see who has, who is using, just raise your hand if you're using the Boards app. You have the app downloaded to your phone and you're currently using that. Just gonna mute that. Okay. So, all right, so some of you, yes. If you do not have the Boards app, your homework is to text your sales director and say, send me a link to the Belief Area Boards app. Okay, then we're going to send you a link. What's going to happen, consultants who already downloaded this? When you click on that from your phone, what's going to happen? Does anyone know? Anyone remember? You may have only done it once.
What do you mean when you click what on the boards?
We're going to send the link to the area boards. Okay, when you click on it, it's going to try to open the Boards app, and it's going to say, do you want to download the free Boards app? Okay. Now, as with a lot of programs that are apps that are trying to make money, it's going to give you some options. Like one of them is $9.99 a month. What I want you to do, okay, and we don't click on the 7-day trial. Okay. Free trial. There should be an X up in the corner. Do you see an X, Kalua? You see the X? Just hit the X. Yeah. Hit the X in the upper right-hand corner, and then it's going to let you have one free Boards. Okay. We don't want you paying for this. Okay. So, yep. And so then you're gonna have your Boards. What I'm going to do right now is let's jump over and let's look. Once you have downloaded that, I want to have us look at what that looks like. Okay. So I am going to screen share this, and then let's have questions and comments. So this is what it's going to look like. All right. You have a bunch of different categories, and we've tried to keep them nice and alphabetical so they're ordered. There's a new consultant booking dialogue. There's a facial booking script, Zoom facials with all the information there, team building. You can see all the different areas, messenger parties, posting parties, product day codes, all the stuff. Okay. And so it is just going to be a matter of navigating through things. Now, for example, we just finished our birthday bash. Okay. And so when we click on birthday bash, it's going to give us instructions. It's going to give us an invitation that we can copy and paste to the people we want to invite that have birthdays that month. There's a follow-up message. There's a second follow-up message. Okay. So you can just jump around in here and navigate through all of this stuff. Okay. And then there's one other thing that I wrote down to talk about, and there it is going to ask you when you add that. Yes, that's my grandbabies. They're awfully cute. Okay. So it's going to ask you if you want to download the keyboard. Okay. And your answer is going to be yes. Now on my Android, if you look, you can't see it. It looks just like a circle kind of, but it's actually like a world.
Yeah.
Where is it?
We saw it.
Okay.
Even if you're sending a text, like on an iPhone, even if you're doing a text, you even have that funky world that Terry's talking about.
And what happens is, let's say I am reaching out to ladies, or I'm doing like the Facebook booking that we talked about. I can open that. I can click on this little world. Okay. And it is going to open my board. Okay. And when I click on something, boom. Okay. It is going to, let me find some, okay, it opened the beauty report, but if I click on this dialogue, okay, it pulls open that dialogue and it loads it right in there. So you don't have to copy and paste if you're with me. Okay. So it's important to download the free version. and then add the keyboard. Okay. And then if you have questions about using the keyboard, reach out and let us know. But it's so slick and fabulous. And you guys, all of the content is there and it's easier to navigate than the terrybeckstead.pink. We do have the terrybeckstead.pink. You're welcome to use that, but it is a little easier to navigate. Okay, any questions around boards? Pretty obvious. You're all like, yeah, we get it. Okay. Um, well, I asked Holly if she would please pop on here, and she is on fire. Okay. I've even done some posts in our Bold Achievers group about what she's doing. And Holly, I would like you to share the story of what happened for you at Career Conference, what motivated you, and what is happening in your business.
Sure. Okay, so I've been doing Mary Kay for a long time, off and on, and I'm a hairstylist. And lately, I don't know, I just felt like there was more for me. And so, like, I would probably say right before career conference, I was getting my pampering packs because honestly, I was inactive. And I was like, well, I'm going to this career conference. I need to at least be active, you know? So I reached out to Eiley and I was like, I'm ready to get this started. Like, let's try this again. So I was following everything and we came up with this awesome script about the facial glow pampering packs. And I started sending them out probably just like a week before career conference. And it was the weirdest thing. Like, as I was sending them out, like God was talking to me and he's like, you need to pray over these packets. And I was like, well, that's really odd, God. And he reached out again and he's like, I'm serious, just pray over these. So I did. I prayed over the packets and I prayed over the girls and I sent them out. Well, then when I was at career conference, like people were actually texting me back and they were like so excited. They're like, listen, I got my packets. I'm so excited to do a pampering pack with you, which is really rare because so many times you send out packets and you don't even see the people again. You get ghosted, they disappear. It was really queer, like really weird. And it was like all this was happening on the 13th. So it was like Mary Kay's Day, you know? And I was like, okay. So then we're at career conference and I was sitting there and there was this really powerful lady that was talking. And basically she had a really rough lifehood. It sounded like she got raped. She had a kid very young. I don't think she went to school after her freshman year. And she was in the unit where they were making $700 million. And that really touched me because like Mary Kay has like a spot for you no matter where you came from, where you've been. Like if you want to do it, you can do it. And it's only yourself that's telling you you can't do it or stopping yourself. Like there's a lot of times I got discouraged just because I wasn't trying hard enough. And I guess when I saw something like that, I was like, and like everyone has a space. And I love that about Mary Kay because even the cars, like they don't say like this many people get cars. They say if you work and you get there, you get a vehicle. And I love that because it's like if you put in the work, you can go as far as your mind will take you. And I was sitting there and I was liking it. And then this nationalist came on and I heard God talk to me and he was like, you're going to be up there one day. And I was like, no, God, I don't think so. And like, seriously, like he reached out again and he's like, trust me, you're going to be up there one day. And I was like, then the next speech the next day was about how we teach our brain what to think. And like it was all encouraging and about you're only going to go as far as your brain can take you. And I was like, okay. So I really recorded everything that I wanted to do and I listened to it every morning. And it was about being a red jacket and someday getting my Cadillac and being a director. And I listen to it every single morning. I've been listening to like just like what we are. Like we are gracious, we are kind, we are blessings. Like I want to serve, like attach me to people that need them. Like I want to be blessings to others. Like I want them to see that in me. And I got into the word like a little bit stronger, which it's really weird that it all just ties in together. But I started praying more and I started like listening. And then I was just so blessed because I could actually hear what he was saying to me because our relationship was stronger. And then that's all I did different. Like I just turned my mind on to that I can do this and I didn't take no for an answer. every time people told me no, I just either followed up 5 more times or else I just went to the next one. Like, no, it's not for everybody else, but when you can see what it can do in your life, you feel guilty for not changing somebody else's life. And I guess that's the part that changed me because in my brain, I never wanted to reach out to people. People were too busy. I didn't want to bother them. And the truth is, you're hurting them if you don't reach out to them. Like you can save someone's life, like save them from the skin in. So that was just really cool. And then it just like I came back from career conference. I got 2 recruits within 24 hours. And it was just me being me, telling them, like this is what I saw. Like there's a better life out there for everyone. And yeah, so then the fire just blew, and then I don't know. I'm just really excited to see where this takes me. I want to be a director really bad, so I've just been working really hard, and I don't know how long I'm supposed to sit in this red jacket, but I'm trying to climb up to a different one.
So, Holly, how many first line people are on your team and how many second line? Because tell the
I
girls what
believe I have
happened.
6 and 6.
Okay, 6 and 6. Did you guys hear
Yep,
that? How many of those 12 who are part of your future unit were added last month?
5.
Okay. Get excited, people.
Yeah.
She made a decision.
Listen, I can't even read. Like, I'm being dead serious. We have these pampering scripts, and Eileen knows this. Like, every hard word, I'm like trying to find up a different word. And I'm like, I can't say that big word. And honestly, it gives hope for these other girls because they see me stumbling all over this words. And I'm like, that doesn't mean you cannot use me for some way, you know?
And so this is what I love, Holly. I love her enthusiasm. I love that this started with a divine communication because I know,
Mm-hmm.
like when Eileen earned her uh, car, okay, the first car when she was back as a sales director, she had a moment at
Yeah.
like a January jump start or something.
Talk to
And
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and
and
it's so weird because that's what I was saying. Like, I literally was like, God, no. And he was like, oh, yeah, you are going to be, trust me. And when I heard the part, trust me, I'm like, okay, like, I've got to listen.
Okay, so when you start, and that's a firm belief when you're feeling a divine call, and then, being at career conference, showing up, okay, to career conference made all the difference. So I want you each to commit that you're going to be at seminar 2026 and start setting aside your funds for your ticket, all of that stuff, because this is the difference that it makes. And it's not just
Mm-hmm.
the first time you go to seminar, it's showing up every time you have an opportunity like that. You don't know who's going to talk to you. Might be God, might be some people that you hear on stage, might be both, might be all kinds of things. But then you can hear her passion and excitement, and it's coming from a place of wanting to make a difference to other people. And so, God's going to be on board with that 100%. So you guys, 12 people in her future unit. So get excited. Love it. Okay. How many of you feel like you know the career path pretty well? How many of you are like, yeah, I feel really confident about the career path? Raise your hand. Okay, Isabel's pretty confident. Anybody else pretty confident about what that career path looks like? Okay, I'm gonna do a screen share. I've just got to remember where I have that. Hold on. Okay, there's a career path. Let me share.
While Terry's looking for that, Holly, I just want to jump in here and say to you and the girls, so we met for the very first time in person at seminar last year.
Yes.
And when we were just talking amongst all of us to now, the growth in you is unbelievable.
Oh,
It
thank
really
you.
is.
That means
Y-
everything to me. It literally just happened within a week.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
it's
amazing, like when you put your head with God's plan, like how fast, like buckle up because you're going.
mhm. Yep. Congratulations, girl.
Thank you. That
Yes.
means so much to me.
Holly, thank you. We are all behind you. We are cheering you on. So
And thank you
let's
so
just
much.
take a quick peek, you guys, at this career path. Eileen and I will post this in our groups. We do that from time to time. So you're starting as a consultant. Everybody starts there, right? You add a team member, and the moment that team member um, is act well, and I'm trying to think with the new ways. It's interesting because with the new 30%, you will just be making 4% of everything that happens, even with these 30% orders now. So that is,
Oh,
you
really?
don't have to wait for your team member to place a 225 because you're going to start earning commissions of 4% when you have 1 to 2 active team members. You are a senior consultant. Okay. Um, I may have to dig a little bit into this 30% now because I'm not really, this is a whole new world.
I'm not
And
either. That's true. I'm like, ooh, then I should be recognizing some of my team members as seniors. Yeah, I didn't
well,
realize
they are not a senior. They're not
until
considered a senior unless they have at least one person who is active. The only part I don't know is if they earn commissions
right.
on if they're not active. They definitely are not a senior consultant unless you
Yeah.
have 1 to 2 team members. And I would guess,
Terry,
actually, the more I think about this, you would have to they would have to be active because you are not a senior consultant unless you have at least one active. And
yeah.
so, um,
When this came about, I did a deep dig. Terry,
oh,
you
thank you.
you have to
Share with
be
what,
you
yeah.
have to be active or you don't get that.
Yes. Okay. That's as I'm looking at this and talking it through, that's what's making sense to me because you aren't a senior consultant unless your person is active. So this gives you an incentive to make sure you're supporting that beauty break launch, that you're supporting those new Zooms for your new people, that you're encouraging your new people to get in there and do their 7-day selling challenge. Cindy Jimenez, who is on here, um, just did her beauty break. She did a 7-day selling and has started doing her Zoom. She's done a couple in-person things and she has built her way up to between $600 and $700 in sales. Okay. So, and then a star team builder is how many ladies? How many ladies on your team to be a star team builder and wear the red jacket?
3 to 4 active.
3 to 4 active. But did you know that you either make 4%, 6%, or 8%? Okay. 8% is double, y'all. 8% is double. So let's say you had a team member that joined, she came in with a $1,200 order. So let's go times 0.04. So at 4%, that's $48 going into your bank account. But let's take that same 1,200 and let's times by 0.08. Guys, 96, obviously it's double the 48, but it is double, okay? It is double the amount. So it is important for you to look at that. What determines whether you get the 4, the 6, or the 8%? Do you all know?
It's your cumulative total for the month.
Your team.
Your
Okay, this
team.
is
Yes.
your team
Cumulative total.
commissions. Okay, your personal team, if it's 0 to 999, you're earning 4%. This is why you got to look at what your team is producing. Okay, if your team is producing 1,000 to 1,799, you're earning 6%. When your team is above 1,800 in production, you're earning 8%. Okay. It gets better at team leader. At team leader, when you have 5 active, let me tell you, you want to get to this level where you have 5 active because then no matter how much your team is doing, you're always earning 9%. So you're earning more than a star team builder who has 1,800 plus. Okay. You're always earning 9% all the time. And when you are placing a 600 wholesale order, plus you have 5 people ordering in a month, you're earning a 13% paycheck. So in that scenario where that was 48, it would have been on a 1200, it's $156 versus $48 when you have 5 active and you're selling as a star consultant. So you're always placing that 600 in preparation to moving on to becoming a sales director. You want to learn to be a star every week by booking and holding appointments. Then we move on to elite team leader, which is 8 or more active team members, again, 9 to 13%. And then you can jump into director in qualification onto sales director. So how many people do you have to have active to go into the process of becoming qualifying to be a sales director?
8 or more.
8 or more. Okay. And everyone, like Holly's 6, when she puts her papers in, those 6 will go with her. Okay. Her 8 first line and her 6 second line are going to go with her, and together they will all work together to create a team of 24 people. Okay. I am going to stop recording here, and we will post this recorded training for those that were unable to be here. But don't count on us doing that. This is a rare thing. You can't just not show up to meeting.